Maritime patrol aircraft is another military category, and these are meant to take to the skies for long durations over coastline territory. They are intended to detect and identify enemy ships and submarines. To this end, the planes armed with sonar technology and air-to-surface weaponry to neutralize such threats. These are all combat vehicles, but it's important to point out that the military also uses non-combat vehicles for purposes, such as travel and training exercises. Here's a look at some of the most expensive military planes that aren't meant for defensive purposes. Number 8. Bell Boeing CV-22 Osprey. The CV-22 Osprey has a tiltrotor design, and it's intended to create a hybrid of a turboprop aircraft and a helicopter. The idea is to get the long-range travel, speed, and fuel efficiency of the former, while taking advantage of the vertical takeoff and landing, as well as the hover capabilities of the latter. The Special Ops team primarily uses this aircraft. It's a variant of the United States Marine Corps MV-22 Osprey. The plane is self-deployable, and it is faster and can travel further than typical rotary-wing aircraft, which allows it to perform missions that would normally require rotary-wing and fixed-wing aircraft working in unison. It takes off vertically, and when it is airborne, the wings can turn to a forward position, enabling normal winged flight. If you doubt how far these can travel, consider that 4 of these flew from Florida to Mali, taking advantage of in-flight refueling support. November 2008's exercise Flintlock. Number 7. Xian Y20. The Xian Y20 marks the Chinese's first venture into the area of heavy military transport. It's designed to fly for a long time, as it can go distances of as far as 2,400 nautical miles when carrying its maximum payload. There is no larger domestic strategic airlifter used by the People's Liberation Army Air Force. Its official code name is Kunpeng, which is inspired by a gigantic bird from Chinese mythology. The said bird flies for many thousands of miles before resting, which speaks to the aircraft's ability to keep going for a very long time. 4 Soloviev D-30 bypass turbofan engines are used to power the design, and each can produce up to 26,460 pounds of force. The aircraft has a capacity of 220,000 kilograms as its maximum takeoff weight, and it flies up to 43,000 feet high. Number 6. Airbus A400M Atlas. Just one look at the A400M Atlas is enough to help you tell that this is a very expensive aircraft. It can serve 3 different purposes, which are strategic airlift mission capability, tactical airlift mission capability, and air-to-air refueling mission capability. It is one of the most intricate designs in 21st-century non-fighter military flights. There are critical pieces of armed forces equipment that can no longer fit in tactical airlifters. The A400M has no problem airlifting these inside its massive cargo bay. The plane was designed in May 2003, based on the needs of 7 of the European nations within OCCAR. The A400M has displayed incredible tactical performance and an efficient design, with its cockpit flight deck at the fuselage's very front. This allows for the internal space to be large, which means a greater allocation to cargo. Number 5. Boeing C17 Globemaster III. The Boeing C17 Globemaster III is intended for long-haul military transportation and training purposes. One of its advantages is that it can handle transporting heavy and oversized payloads, even in the most unpredictable conditions. It has a T-tailed, 4-engine, and high-wing design, and it is primarily used for taking troops and supplies to airfields anywhere in the world, regardless of the terrain. Every worldwide operation since the 1990s has had a cargo delivery from the C-17 Globemaster III. Boeing takes full responsibility for material and equipment management under the current sustainment program contract, sustaining logistics, depot-level maintenance, sustaining engineering, and on-site based support. The engine loadout consists of 4 Pratt & Whitney PW2040 engines. These are a military designation type, and each of them can generate up to 40,440 pounds of thrust. Number 4. Northrop Grumman E-2D Advance Hawkeye. This $241 million aircraft serves the purpose of being an early warning, all-weather unit for the Naval Task Force. While operating at over 25,000 feet high, the plane alerts the Naval Task Force to any approaching threat. It also takes things a step further by identifying the said threats and positional data to fighter aircraft. Additionally, it performs the rules of strike command and control, the guidance of search and rescue missions, surveillance, and it even has built-in relay capabilities, which expands the range of communication. Its mission systems include the very impressive Lockheed Martin and APY-9 solid-state radar, which can keep track of 2,000-plus targets. It can also direct the interception of over 40 hostile targets. The radar has a sweeper range of over 6 million cubic miles, which allows it to detect aircraft that are more than 550 kilometers away. This design is intended to replace all the current U.S. Navy E-2C Hawkeye aircraft. Number 3. Boeing P8 Poseidon. Boeing's P8 Poseidon performs many naval functions, but it is the military equivalent of the 737-800 next-generation commercial aircraft. Though it is not a fighter plane, it is designed with various warfighting capabilities, which includes onboard radar systems to track ground and maritime activity, as well as deployable air-to-sea weaponry, which is aimed at neutralizing opposing ships and submarines. As advanced as the plane is in surveillance, reconnaissance, and intelligence, Boeing can take advantage of great economies of scale from producing them. That's because of an 86% commonality ratio with the 737 in commercial variation.
Why Russia?
Number 2. Lockheed Martin VH-71 Kestrel. This Lockheed Martin design is one of only 2 military planes to cross the $400 million border. The now-cancelled design was created to replace the United States presidential transport fleet. This took place back in 2007, but President Barack Obama asked Robert Gates, Secretary of Defense at the time, to place the project on hold because of the exorbitant cost. The aircraft development experienced many cost overruns, engineering issues, and delays. Lockheed Martin, which is very adept at aircraft design, attributed much of these issues to sudden and intricate modifications that the government demanded, which were not initially present in the request for proposal issued. Number 1. Northrop Grumman B-2 Spirit. The most expensive non-fighter military plane's top spot goes to Northrop Grumman's B-2 Spirit with a staggering price of $737 million. It is a long-range, strategic, low-observable heavy bomber unit. Even the densest and sophisticated air defense shields are susceptible to the destructive power that this aircraft can bring. It can take on all-altitude attack missions with ranges of up to 6,000 feet high, and it can travel more than 6,000 nanometers with no refueling. With one refueling in the mix, it can travel over 10,000 nanometers. Putting that into perspective means that this plane can travel anywhere in the world within hours. The manufacturer uses radar-absorbent coating, which helps preserve the design's stealth characteristics, while reducing the required maintenance time. It's a material known as alternate high-frequency material, AHFM, and it is applied via a spraying method by 4 robots that are independently controlled. The aircraft consists of 2 separate weapon bays. It can travel with as much as 40,000 pounds of weaponry, including gravity bombs, precision-guided munitions, maritime weapons, and nuclear weapons. It's not hard to see where the high price tag comes from.